Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. Stefan. Stefan was out of pocket today. First of all, he came in there, he burst into Nicole's room to sit there and come at EJ. But then he apologized and, he offered his condolences. They go outside. He tries to bribe EJ by giving him control of the company again. And I already knew that EJ was going to be like, no, I'm good. Because he's already the DA of Salem at this point. So he's kind of just like, I got everything I want. Like, I got behind bars. I still have a prestigious job. And then he looks at his phone, and later on, he's like, oh, two for the price of one. And he gets a chance to go out to Ava. So at this point, he's like, you know what? I'm good. And then with his thing, what Stefan said wasn't just out of pocket, but I'm also sitting there looking at it because he talked about karma. He was all like, "Oh, well, karma's gonna, bite you in the ass," but it seems like it already did. I'm like, first of all, that's just a terrible thing to say in a situation like that. I get it. He's coming at you, and he's coming at you through his wife. But to sit there and say that to a child that passed away, I mean, that's cruel. That is like over the top. That's already bad enough. But not to mention the fact that that was a nephew. That was a nephew that you snitched this thing. And I understand that, when people are mad, they say things and in the heat of the moment, but it doesn't, because they're emotional, but it doesn't take away from the fact that you literally said that. And that's your nephew right there. It's like, goddamn, you know? So later on, Stefan gets contacted by Clyde. Now, I don't understand, and this is something that Kyrie is that they're trying, he said in his live stream a little while ago. He was like, where's this guy just amassing this much power? First of all, he's getting Ava to, get back in um, the Hugs game or whatever and steal a key card from Harrison's. This way he can get one of his boys out of jail. But now he's at a point where he blackmails Stefan. He's like, listen, I know that your wife is, in the other side or, in jail as well. And I can keep her protected. Or I can make sure something happens to her if you don't do what I say. And y'all need to sit there and get back in this the Hugs game. I know it's just I can't sit there and say the actual D word because there's a good chance if I say it the video gets demonetized, but you know what I'm talking about. But I'm just looking to think, I was like, where does he just have this much power? The guy was never really known for being like rich or having a lot of money. But now he's able to sit there and call hits. He's able to sit there and be like, hey, Ava, listen, I got dudes watching your son all the time. You get out of line, it's a wrap. Like where is it's like where's this power coming from? Like if it was if it was on General Hospital and it was Cyrus and we know that he has money, he has connections and things of that nature. And granted, I haven't been watching the show as long, but Clyde never seemed like he came across as somebody who had money and that level of influence. Now maybe Orpheus, maybe, because favors and everything. But I mean, Clyde, what kind of favors are you giving? And yeah, I can't sit there and even say that with a straight face, but I don't know. Abe comes to sit there and check on Nicole. They have that father-daughter relationship, even though they're not biologically father and daughter. So it was a nice scene. It was a nice scene. And I look at this scene with Nicole, right? And this is something that Eric brung up when he was talking to Sloan. He was like, not that long ago, Nicole you know, stole Sammy's baby and tried to pass her off as her own because she was going through grief and everything like that. She wanted the baby bad, yada, 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 yada. So when I'm looking at that, I'm just like, part of me wants to feel bad for her because of what she's going through. But then I sit there and I look at it and I'm like, because as the audience member, we know that Nicole's baby is alive, but Sloan is doing the same thing that Nicole did to Sammy. So part of me is just like, because I know that the baby's not dead, it's like, it doesn't make me feel bad for her. You know, it really doesn't. It's one of those things. It's like everything that everything that she's feeling right now, she put Sammy through. She put Sammy through that. That's what when I looked at the promo, and some people was like, why do you got to do that to Nicole? Why do you got to sit there and cause her pain? And I wrote underneath their comment, I was like, but Nicole did the same thing to Sammy. She was like, well, I don't care. I just want it that way. I'm just like, I guess I always have to sit there and look at it. And granted, I didn't really go back and forth, but I was just like, you realize that she did the same thing, right? But I always have to sit there and look at comments like that and realize that we're coming at it from two different perspectives. Whenever I do my live streams, whenever I do my reviews, I always have to sit there, whenever I look at the comment section and stuff, and some people will sit there and question my reasoning for certain things. And in that situation, she's coming at it from a fan's point of view, So she's not going to look at it from both ends of the spectrum. That's my job. So part of me, when I looked at that, was like, in reality, I probably shouldn't even have actually commented under her comment because it was just like, she's not thinking it that way, you know? Uh, Trip was absolutely pointless in this episode. The only thing that he actually provided was motivation for Ava to sit there and get the key card from Harris. After Harris actually batted for her, so this way, at least she can go home and she doesn't have to sit there and spend the night in a holding cell. And like I said, Nicole was there getting caught up on Sloan was getting caught up on Nicole's history with Sammy. Because at one point, Eric wants to sit there and name the baby Samuel after her sister, after his sister, his twin sister. So you got that going on. Paulina and Abe, they decide to, celebrate Thanksgiving together. I'm gonna be honest, Paulina has just been pissing me off lately. She's just, first of all, the minute that she became mayor, one of her acts was based off of emotion. Let me fire Melinda. Not because she's not doing a good job, but because I don't like her. Like, literally, that's what she said. That was her first act. Her first decision of her first act in office was based off of emotion. And then she hires pretty much the devil at this point. And granted, I like EJ, but I'm like, bro, like, sis, you really? So to be honest, I really don't care about her romance life. Um, I just don't. Wendy was in the episode. She didn't really do much. Trip really didn't do much, but they were there because they were there. Um, yeah, I feel like that's about it. I can't really think of anything else. Now tonight, you notice, and I said this in my community tab, I'm not going to be doing a live stream tonight, but I'm also not going to be doing a live stream tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving. But like I said in my GH review, I am thankful for the people that watch my videos. I'm thankful for my subscribers. I'm thankful for the support. Even on opinions that you may not agree, you still watch me anyway. And that I am entirely grateful for. I will be live streaming again back on Friday. You know the time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Where I talk about all the shows, Stage of Our Lives, General Hospital, Bold and Beautiful, Young and Restless. And also, there's a good chance that, well, there's a good chance I'll be doing the double live stream on Saturday. We're going to have a surprise guest. And no, it's not who anyone's thinking of. But if he was in this other person's live stream, then you know exactly who it is. We're just kind of figuring out the schedule and everything like that to make it work. So yeah, double live stream on Saturday. The first one's going to be for everyone. The second one is going to be for members only. So if you're not a member, click the button in the description box below and become a member. Um, a lot of the fun stuff that winds up happening in the live stream. Maybe even some tea that may get spilled. Same. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.